everyone! Have you ever heard of a giraffe and zebra being best friends? Well, these two are. This is a true story about an unlikely pair of friends. This is a baby giraffe. He was born just a few months before the story begins. His mother was very worried about him, not because he was a naughty baby, but because he had no friends, or the other baby giraffes were mean to him. They would laugh at him and call him names. They didn't want to play with him. So little Jeff the giraffe was very lonely. One day, Jeff was walking through the tall grass. He was kicking a little ball. Suddenly, the ball went under a bush and Jeff couldn't get it out. He tried and tried, but it was stuck. Jeff started to cry. He felt so sad and lonely. Nobody had ever played with him before. Nobody cared about him. Then suddenly, a voice said, "Need some help?" Jeff looked over and saw a zebra. Her name was Zoe. She had a beautiful black and white coat. And even though she was a zebra, she was kind. She walked over to the bush, looked under it, and then said, got it. She pulled the ball out from under the bush and walked over to Jeff. She handed him the ball and said, "Here you go." Then she asked, "Want to play?" Jeff was very happy. He had never had a friend before, especially not a zebra. But Zoe didn't mind. She liked the giraffe. She thought he was very nice. They played together all afternoon. They ran around the savannah. They kicked the ball and they laughed. The sun began to set and soon it would be dark. Jeff said, "I have to go now. It's time for bed." Zoe nodded. She was a little sad, but she was happy that Jeff had someone to play with. Now, as the days passed, Jeff and Zoe became best friends. They would meet every day after school. Sometimes they would play with other animals, but sometimes they just liked to be alone. They liked to talk to each other. They learned so much from each other. Zoe told Jeff all about zebras. She told him how they get their stripes from their parents and how they use their stripes to camouflage in the tall grass. Jeff thought this was amazing. He wished he had stripes like Zoe. Then one day, Jeff told Zoe all about giraffes. He told her how we get our spots from our mothers and how our spots are unique like fingerprints. He also told her how giraffes can live up to 25 years and how we eat special leaves at the top of the trees. Zoe thought this was amazing too. She wished she could climb trees like Jeff. Now, other giraffes and other zebras didn't understand this friendship. They didn't know why a giraffe and a zebra would want to be friends. One day, all the giraffes were standing together and they saw Zoe playing with Jeff. They started to laugh and point at them. They called Zoe a traitor. They said she was a bad zebra for playing with a giraffe. This made Jeff very sad. He didn't want to be friends with the giraffes anymore. He thought they were all mean. When Zoe heard what the giraffes had said, she was angry. She walked over to the giraffes and said, "Why do you tease my friend Jeff? You don't even know him." Then she said to Jeff, "Don't listen to them, Jeff. I know you're a good giraffe and a great friend. That's all that matters." Jeff was very happy that Zoe was his friend. He knew that she was right. From that day on, Jeff and Zoe continued to be best friends. They didn't let the other animals get in the way of their friendship. They knew that being friends was more important than anything else. Yeah.